Hi, everybody. My name is Johnson, and I'm actually going to be doing the presentation for today's exercise from Willie Plus Exercise 7. So, without taking much time, I'll just dive into the problem. But before doing that, I actually haven't highlighted some very important notes that I feel will actually be very helpful to us. And this has to do with the lower of cost of market value, which was the first exercise that we had to do. So, firstly, when the value of inventory is less than its cost, inventory is written down to its market value. LCM is an example of conservatism. Under the LCM basis, market is defined as current replacement cost, not selling price. For a merchandising company, market is the cost of purchasing the same goods at the present time from the usual supplier in the usual quantities. So let's dive into the exercise. So basically, this exercise here, they wanted us to find the lower of costs or market value of these three inventories here, and this is the cost of the data, and this is the market data. So basically, what they wanted us to find out here is the summation of the lower cost of the market value. So, for example, on this camera inventory, we have the cost of data was 10,871, and the market data was $11,951. So apparently 10,000 is actually lower than 11,000. So we're going to take the lower one, which is 10,000, and that of the camcorders, 8,000 is actually the lower one, so we're going to take the lower one, and that of the DVD, 9,000 is actually the lower one. So basically, the answer to this question is the summation of this lowest or lower value. I think I have it over here. Okay, yeah, so this is where I captured them. So this is the summation now. The price, 10,000, 8,000, 9,000 actually have a total value of 29,159. So which is actually going to be the answer here. So I think that is actually pretty straightforward. Okay, so let me move to the next exercise that was also part of my my assignment. And the next exercise has to do with the cost flow assumptions. So I actually captured these three items here to indicate the cost flow assumption. The first of the cost flow assumption, we have FIFO, which is a first in, first out. Then we have LIFO, which means last in, first out. And we have the average cost assumption. So in the next exercise, we're actually going to be using these three items to solve the exercise. Okay, so this is going to be the concluding part of the lesson, and this side actually has a lot of more details, but I'll see if I can be able to run it very quickly as I could. So this is where we are supposed to work out the cash flow that has to do with the FIFO, LIFO, and the average cost. So maybe before I actually do that, I want to explain a kind of a little example of an error or a mistake that I did. I actually kind of missed these two items together. I missed FIFO, the answers for FIFO and the answer for LIFO. So I kind of mixed them up. So I think it's something that we can take note of. What we're being expected to do here is we're actually being expected to find the weighted average cost of these units that were given here. So on how we can be able to get the weighted average cost is we kind of take the total summation. We have the total cost of all these items here. Where we have all these items, we sum them up. The total cost is actually going to be 4,772. So this is going to be the total cost of all the unit items over here. And we are supposed to divide this with the total cost of the unit items. The total cost of the unit items. So this is going to be 666. So basically we divide 4,772 by 666, and this will give us the average unit cost 6.114. Then the second part of the question has to do with FIFO, LIFO, and the average cost. So this is a kind of a brief explanation on how I got these values here for FIFO, LIFO, and the average cost. So for FIFO, which is first in, first out, actually assume that the earliest goods purchased are the first to be sold. So the earliest goods purchased here are the first to be sold, and the LIFO actually assume that the latest goods purchased are the first to be sold. So over here, the earliest good we have here is actually on June 1st. So June 1st, the inventory was 112, and we multiply 112 by the unit cost of 5, which gives us 560. Then we do the same for June 12. We multiply this by 6, and it gives us this. And we also do the same thing by June 23, and it gives us this amount. So we totally, this is the amount. So this amount now, the total of this amount now will give us the cost of goods available for sale. The cost of goods available for sale, like we know, is actually the total number of all the goods, which is the total amount, 4,772. And so if we multiply 4,772, that would give us, sorry, if we have, let me take this away. If we have this ending inventory, we less the amount of the ending inventory with this amount, then this will give us the total of the amount of the total of goods sold. And we can do the same thing for LIFO. Basically, LIFO is we actually, instead of starting from the last inventory, we start from the first inventory. So this is the explanation here, and that will actually give us the same answers. And this is the solution for the average cost. The average cost is I use all the amounts, then I actually kind of multiplied it by the average unit cost. I got 6.114, and this gives us this total amount. So when we subtract the total number with this amount here, this will give us 253, which is going to be our cost of goods sold in that of the average cost. I'm actually trying as quick as I could, but if you have maybe any question, you can ask me, then probably I can be a little bit detailed in my response to you. Thanks, everyone.